When I reviewed Gingerdead Man 3 a few years ago, director William Butler had a few choice words to say about that video and has since blocked me on Facebook. At the time, I thought it was the worst Gingerdead Man movie I'd ever seen. Not anymore. This is the worst Gingerdead Man movie I've ever seen. This should save you 80 minutes. The last we saw of this killer cookie, he'd been torn apart by Hitler, Lizzie Borden, and Jeffrey Dahmer. So what's he doing on Dick Island?
A little faster, gals. I'm starting to get a crust.
The most offensive thing about this movie is Charles Band ripping off Conan O'Brien's superimposed mouth shtick.
Oh, are you feeling a bit crummy?
What happened to good old-fashioned puppetry? He's a foul-mouthed pastry and not an annoying orange.
Holy shit!
That's just a screenshot from the first Gingerdead Man movie.
It's that bitch that turned me into this tasty shell of a man.
What are you gonna do when you find her?
I'm gonna fucking kill her.
That's awesome!
Did she cover her boobs because she was afraid of getting a purple nurple? Ah yes, the cast of usual full moon suspects. Don Draper's in this movie, so maybe things might not be all bad. They must have nicknamed this guy Busey because they couldn't get Gary Busey to come back. Well, they painted over the S, but not the apostrophe. I mean, I get the joke, but that doesn't mean I like it. Hey, that's the Cyclops from Unlucky Charms. Is this actor typecast as a one-eyed character in full moon movies, or is he actually missing an eyeball in real life? By the fourth movie in the Evil Bong franchise, it's good to know they've learned to cut to the chase and get to the weed smoking, even if that isn't how hookahs work. It looks more like his ass is smoking because somebody's taking bong hits off his butthole off screen.
How'd you get into the business anyways?
Well, that's a long story.
And a really messed up one. Telling you, they should make a movie about this shit.
Don't do that.
It all started when I was a worker drone like yourself, not a businessman like I am now.
This movie's so cheap the flashback was shot off a TV. I could have done that. Alright, all caught up?
Once you smoke from it, you get taken into the Bong World, where your deepest desires come true.
Like getting killed by boobs.
I got so high once, I woke up in a zoo. They kept feeding me, so I stayed there for a week.
I hope they flash back to his story in Gingerdead Man vs. Evil Bong Part 2. Oh Christ, they flash back to Eli Roth's The Green Inferno.
Hey, do you dingleberries know where we are?
Trapped in a film padding flashback.
There's another one of them.
Glad you took that dick out your ass so you can see me.
That didn't make sense the first time and it still doesn't. Flashing back to the funniest part of the franchise this early in the movie probably isn't a good idea. Why couldn't that fish bong have come to life instead? The main characters could have got high from it while it's saying don't worry, be happy.
So what the hell are you two looking for?
These look like the kind of guys who know a lot about creams.
We were, like, maybe in the market to procure a, like, bong or something.
Are these two just really shitty actors or drug addicts who wandered onto the set straight from the Venice boardwalk?
Now you're gonna want to take a nice, long, smooth toke.
That's a really weird way to run a business. Where's the little pink spoons to dish out 31 different samples of weed?
Huh? You notice how smooth it is, but it's got some serious Beyonce ass behind it, right?
Why does smoke keep coming out of people's asses? Oh god, here comes another Full Moon regular, Hambo. Previously seen in Ooga Booga, Hambo is a purveyor of Full Moon related merchandise, and his ridiculously racist line of badass dolls can be bought off the Full Moon website.
What do you want, pig?
I've been working on a line of merchandise that I think will be perfect for your store.
What the fuck is that supposed to be?
Ooga Booga.
Froggy from the Little Rascals is not amused.
This is exactly what I was looking for.
This movie was made to set up character merchandise for future movies instead of just being a good movie. Well, I've got official crossover merchandise of my own too, Full Moon. Let's see, we've got the Super Shark doll from my episode of Super Shark. We've got the Raggedy Ann doll from my review of Annabelle. And we've got the official Unlucky Charms box of cereal from... Oh wait, that was Full Moon merchandise first.
Thanks for getting us, like, totally fucked up, Dick.
Yeah, Brahim. The children are our future. So, our future's totally fucked, bro.
This movie doesn't just scrape the bottom of the barrel, it scrapes the resin from the bowl of a bong and recycles it as a movie. He's escorting them out at knife point despite still holding unpaid for merchandise.
No one's ever gonna guess this Mondo combo.
Dude, I bet it's 420.69. With half its face covered, the bong prop's looking pretty good. Wrapping the evil bong in cloth is like putting a knapsack over a kangaroo. It just falls asleep.
What took you so long?
I stabbed one of them in the heart.
Well, just keep your eye out, okay? That was some sweet kush they were smoking. I got a feeling they'll be back.
I got a feeling they won't.
So good to see you.
No, it's not. I told you I never wanted to see you again as long as I live.
Easily arranged.
It's always straight to the switchblade with this guy.
Giant pain in my ass.
I assure you, my friend, I have changed my ways.
I've heard that tune before, man. It sucked the first time, really blew the second time, and the third time was total butt vomit.
Oh, I get it. It's funny because he described the franchise.
He's a traveling salesman.
That's true. And the outdoors is my office.
He pisses and shits wherever he goes. That thing is just gonna be filled with crackers like Kramer's briefcase, isn't it? Oh, come on, I fell right into their scheme. I actually bought this! Well, at least mine looks better than the actual on-screen prop.
I gotta admit, it's some pretty gnarly merch.
Yep, told you. You won't find this anywhere else, my friends.
Except at fullmoondirect.com.
Distributor in the Western Hemisphere of the known universe.
Rabbit is kind of like Charles Band. He thinks the world is his office and he shits everywhere.
That cookie looks pretty tasty. That cookie looks pretty tasty, Rabbit.
You already said that. What, do you want more of my money for movie tie-in cookies too? Having recently been to Venice Beach, I can tell you right now that establishment would more appropriately be either a marijuana dispensary or a seafood place.
What can I get you?
What one's the hardest one to reach?
Despite not actually appearing in the movie himself, at least this guy kinda looks like Tommy Chong. So people reaching for cookies is his fetish?
I told you the other day to get out of here, and I meant it. Got it?
We're cool.
The paper came. I haven't read it yet. I wanted you to read it first.
Joke's on her, she can't even read.
Front page of how great the bakery is.
So the front page of the paper shows screenshots from the first Gingerdead Man movie?
I always loved diners. And I dreamed of owning one of my own at one point. Till that day.
For a movie called Gingerdead Man vs. Evil Bong, we've seen longer flashbacks of the title characters in other movies than any actual screen time of the two interacting in this movie.
And I'm not gonna kill you.
I guess I would rather watch a stale cookie than this movie.
My mother.
Somehow he came back as a cookie. And he killed all my friends and family.
Quaid, start the reactor.
I struggled for years to get that out of my life. Finally, I just decided to own it. You know, it's a part of me. When life gives you lemons, I make gingerbread man.
Her cookies must suck.
Freaking superhero. I am not a hero. I'm just somebody who did the right thing.
But you're normal. I mean, most of the time you meet survivors and, you know, they're not like you.
What, they wear capes and utility belts?
No, but, you know, like, they get all messed up and then they walk around smelling like cat pee.
So veterans and rape victims smell like cat pee? Full Moon is anti-American. Get the word out. Hashtag Full Moon is anti-American.
Hey, how's it going?
I'm here to cross over these franchises now.
How can I help you?
I always thought because you turned me into this, you could reverse it somehow. But I want you dead just as much as I want to be a man again. Gonna make Mama proud tonight.
Just like the water boy.
Larnell said don't touch anything.
Larnell didn't say not to find the evil bong.
Ooh yeah, baby, suck me!
He must have forgotten he was once a fucking doobie.
Get your little ass over here and smoke this shit.
He'll use that knife to stab stoners, but he won't use it on the bong that's an actual threat.
Maybe we can do a little cross-promotionalization? Something to kind of help us both out?
How's that?
Well,
you see, I've been starring in this series of awful movies about an evil bong, and
well, my store is in the business of providing the munchies, so to speak.
And what kind of store do you say you own again?
You know Dick Head Shop? I mean, Dick's Head Shop, that one?
Is that the one in the empty space next to the eyesore?
No, I actually own the eyesore.
Oh, I'm sorry. That is not my thing.
Look, I promise you it'll be worth your time, okay? I've totally turned things around. It's actually pretty nice inside.
Although there is a knife-wielding midget.
Kinky.
She hasn't realized yet he plans to bake her in the oven as a dessert.
I prefer it semi, sweet honey.
He stabbed her armpit to death?
You call that a long john? How about some crushed nuts?
As he stabs him in the face. Why is there a hatchet in a bakery shop anyway?
Who's Luann?
What's up, stupid?
With the exclusion of Alistair, Brett, and Bachman, but featuring Sarah from Gingerdead Man, played by the same actress who annoys us as Luann, I guess it was decided for me who my favorite characters in these franchises were. Thanks, movie.
Bachman and Brett, you know what happened.
Say it.
Say it, Jude.
Well, I should have seen it coming. It was so obvious. All the giggling, the glassy-eyed longing looks. High fives turned into low fives, if you know what I mean. And monkey, just a code word for, well, you know. Anyway, they got hitched in San Fran and they're running a Pilates studio.
So he's not friends with them anymore because they're gay? Hashtag Full Moon hates gays. What are those, smokable rolls of coins? Okay, we get it. It's a midget smoking a hookah. Move on.
Hey, donut hole.
I found him.
Because a cookie can do that. And that guy was killed off screen? What, the most violence this movie can offer is armpit murder?
Now kiss your ass goodbye.
There is no way out of this room, dude.
Here's Gingy.
Fuck you. The main ingredient for the Gingerdead Man must have been rubber.
I'm gonna use your spleen as a candy dish.
Everyone's like, okay.
You got any Sabbath around here?
Sure we have, come on.
What does the Gingerdead Man eat when he gets the munchies? Well, somebody thought it was a good idea to have an evil inanimate water pipe and a killer confectionery share a movie together, so maybe it'll make for an interesting host segment. I don't know.
Do something. Hey.
What is this place?
It's a crappy set in LA with fake trees.
That's not so
so bad then.
Why does she look like Belle from Beauty and the Beast?
And if King Bong with my fine, sexy self can't get the fuck up out of here, then your punk ass shouldn't even think about trying.
Lack of direction, huh? Not to mention legs.
You got jokes.
That wasn't even a joke. What, no milk and cookies joke? They dropped the ball on that one. His ultimate fantasy is a wall of fake boobs from Spencer's Gifts?
You taste like poop.
Melt.
You're not even semi-sweet.
You is a bad man.
Oui, oui. Bathroom's to the left, you big ugly dick.
How do you plead?
Guilty of committing cookie cannibalism by eating Oreos before filming the mouth talking.
I'm a little crimped around the edges. So fucking what?
He should have said a little crispy around the edges. If you're going to make a movie about a talking cookie, then use every pun you can.
We have decided to give you one more chance, Gingerdead Man. Do not disappoint us.
Really? Stupid fuckers.
That's the third one you lost, man.
Oh, just let him go. We want this movie to end already.
The more you want out of here, the harder it is to leave.
I get it.
Well, that was convenient. It was like Charles Band said, alright, the script is 60 pages long, let's just shoot it.
That's how the cookie fucking crumbles.
I just kind of like knowing someone is behind that fake rock with their hand up a gingerbread man puppet's ass. Like, that was somebody's job. If fake boobs and cookie smoking weed is all it takes to make a movie these days, then I've got a bag of stoned Oreos that'll surely entertain.
I'm your worst nightmare if you keep lipping off like that.
Whatever, fuck Newton.